Hi everyone. I want to share and talk about the surprising link between Mr. Bean and autism. I'm rewatching 1997 movie Bean. How, for example, why I think Mr. Bean is on the autism spectrum. One, Mr. Bean doesn't understand social cues. Two, he knows a little bit about boundaries, not a lot. And three, is he a strange, weird character? Yes, he is. Another theory about this character, Mr. Bean was diagnosed with autism when he was about maybe 4 or 5 years old. Shout out for Mr. Bean fans. Who agrees or disagree that Mr. Bean has autism? I remember watching original Mr. Bean series from the 90s on Tubi and a Christmas episode. Mr. Bean has a girlfriend named Irma. How Mr. Bean was supposed to get Irma something, except again, Mr. Bean is really cheap. Decided to look for some picture of a family or something. Who remembers that episode? Mr. Bean likes to think about himself and Teddy, not his girlfriend Irma. Not just from this show. Yes, in real life, there are some autistics do have girlfriends too. What I learned from this character doesn't talk that much at all, mumbles a lot. Mr. Bean probably has trouble being around certain people he's close with. I'm not a doctor at all. This is just what if in general. Mr. Bean would probably be somewhere mild or high functioning level. I think I'm going to say he's high functioning. He knows some smart stuff he's really good at. Do I think Mr. Bean is able to live on his own? I would say sure. If he was a real character, then he would maybe have to live with someone that would take care of him. This is just what if that character was real. Another episode I remember of Mr. Bean, how Mr. Bean wanted to take like different classes. He decided to mess everything up. He remembers that. I think Mr. Bean was homeschooled when he was younger. Another example with autism, when I said a minute ago how Mr. Bean has trouble being around certain crowds he's close with. Guess what? There are some autistics struggle with that in real life too. Mr. Bean is able to drive on his own. In the United States, Mr. Bean would have to drive on the right side. In England, it's a lot different over there. Yes, Mr. Bean always likes his bear named Teddy. He's not really good at packing, like going on trips sometimes. Very forgetful. Now, again, just comment below. What's your example that Mr. Bean has autism? Mr. Bean does not have a dog or cat. His apartment is really cool. Sometimes Mr. Bean likes to eat sometimes. Another fun fact, I'm a big fan of Mr. Bean. In my honest opinion, I think Mr. Bean would qualify as a character on this spectrum. And before I go, I think Mr. Bean knows how to communicate a little bit. I think the character's more non-verbal. That's all I want to share. Bye, everyone.